Have you ever had a day when everything seemed to fall apart around you? Those moments when worries invade your mind and you feel lost, not knowing who to turn to. We all go through situations like this, but today I want to invite you to discover a safe refuge, a place where peace reigns and fear loses its strength. This place is found in the powerful words of Psalm 91. As you listen to me, I want you to imagine each word of this psalm as a fortress around you, protecting your mind, heart, and spirit. Psalm 91 begins with a promise. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. Stop and think. Where have you been seeking rest in difficult days? Have you been trying to find relief in temporary things or in places that cannot sustain your soul? This psalm reminds us that God offers a hiding place, a secret place where we are surrounded by His love. But this hiding place is not a physical space, it's a spiritual position. When we approach God in prayer, surrender our fears and trust in Him, we find this refuge. Have you tried doing this? As we continue to explore the promises of Psalm 91, you'll see how it speaks directly to our greatest anxieties: fear of the unknown, insecurity about the future, the emotional battles we face daily. God not only protects us, He also promises to be by our side in all these struggles. If you believe this message can transform your day, stay with me. Let's dive even deeper into this psalm and discover how it can completely change the way we face life's challenges. Are you ready to take this step of faith? Imagine God as a mighty shield who not only protects but also strengthens you. Psalm 91 continues with promises that seem almost unbelievable amid the struggles we face. Surely He will save you from the fowler's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. These words carry deep meaning. The fowler's snare represents traps that we often don't see, unexpected situations that can make us stumble. Perhaps you're facing something like this now. It could be a financial crisis, problems at work, or even an emotional conflict that seems without solution. But the promise here is clear. God not only sees these traps, He has the power to deliver you from them and the deadly pestilence. Think of the storms that hit our soul, like anxiety, fear, and sadness. These feelings can consume our days and steal our joy. The psalm says that God covers us with His wings, an image of care and security. Have you ever felt as if someone was taking care of you, even in the worst moments? That's the protection God offers. Here's something powerful. When we trust God as our refuge, something inside us begins to change. It doesn't mean problems magically disappear, but we gain strength and courage to face them. Ask yourself, how would your life be if you started seeing each challenge as an opportunity to experience God's care? Psalm 91 also says, "You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness." Fear has a way of growing in the darkness, doesn't it? Maybe you've lost sleep worrying about the future, but God promises light amid this darkness. He is the God who doesn't sleep, who watches over you, even in the quietest hours of dawn. If these words brought comfort to your heart, stay with me. I want to share how this psalm invites us to trust in God in a way that transforms our mind and soul. Imagine now the impact of these words. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. What a bold declaration. It might seem hard to believe when we're surrounded by so many problems. However, Psalm 91 challenges us to see the world through the eyes of faith, not through the eyes of doubt. God isn't saying you'll never face challenges. He's saying that even in the midst of battle, you'll be safe. How many times have you felt that the weight of the world was on your shoulders, that the pressure was unbearable? Now imagine God putting a wall of protection around you, an unbreakable barrier that keeps you standing, Even when everything around you seems to be falling apart, you will only observe with your eyes and see the punishment of the wicked. These words remind us that we don't need to fight against evil or injustice with our own strength. God is the one who judges, who defends, and who has the final word. Perhaps you're facing a situation where there seems to be no justice. At this moment, God invites you to rest because He is in control. Another fascinating point of this psalm is how it highlights the presence of angels in our life. It says, "For He will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways." Think about this. The Creator of the universe commissions His angels to protect you. In all your journeys, in all moments of doubt, you are not alone. Have you ever stopped to reflect on how many times you've been delivered from difficult situations without even realizing it? It might have been a delay that prevented you from being in a dangerous place, or even a seemingly insignificant decision that led you to a safer path. These moments are not coincidences. They are proof of divine care. I want you to ask yourself now, if God is able to command angels to protect me, why should I continue carrying the weight of worries alone? He is always by your side, waiting for you to fully trust in Him. If this message touched your heart, there's still more in Psalm 91 that can transform your perspective. Want to continue with me on this journey? As Psalm 91 approaches its end, it becomes even more personal and full of promises. God is not just talking about physical protection. He is offering us an intimate relationship based on trust. "Because He loves me," says the Lord, "I will rescue him. I will protect him, for he acknowledges my name." This promise is directed to those who love and trust in God. Isn't it amazing to think that the Creator of the universe desires such a deep connection with us? He promises not just deliverance, but also elevation. When you trust in God, He not only takes you out of danger, but also places you in a position of honor, security, and purpose. Think about the word deliverance. It's not just about escaping difficult situations, it's about being transformed by them. God doesn't deliver us just to keep us safe, but so we can witness His power and grow in faith. How many times have you looked back and realized that what seemed like a moment of loss was actually a time of learning and strengthening? He will call on me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble, I will deliver him and honor him. This is one of the most comforting promises in Psalm 91. God is saying that He not only hears our prayers, but that He responds. How many times have you wondered if your prayers were being heard? Here's the answer. God hears. He is attentive to every word, every tear, every sigh. Moreover, He promises to be with us in trouble. Isn't it wonderful to know that we don't have to face struggles alone? When you go through moments of pain, God is not distant. He is by your side, sustaining you with His strength. Now see the depth of these final words. "With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation." This is the culmination of all the promises in Psalm 91. God offers abundant life and the assurance of His salvation. This doesn't just mean years of life, but a life full of purpose, peace, and joy. So ask yourself, what is preventing you from fully resting in these promises? Have you already surrendered all your worries to God, trusting that He is your refuge? If not, this is the perfect moment to do so. If you felt this content touched your heart, I have a very special invitation. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, leave a comment about what you thought of this video, and share it with someone who also needs